Hey guys, welcome back to the Thisissoul Skate Shop YouTube channel. Today I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about adjustable children's skates. The short answer is, if you want to get a skate for your child, to get a skate in the colors that your child likes for the price of about 100 euros. The long and complicated answer is in this video, so check it out. I'm in our store in Amsterdam right now. So if you're living in the neighborhood, I'd like to invite you to come by, and then your child can really look and try the skates in the store. This is of course the best way to buy skates, because then they can also fit the skates and really see all the options themselves. If you want to buy the skates online, then continue watching this video, because I'm going to give you all the tips that you want to know to check out the best options on our website, so that you can have the best skates for your children. There's a lot of questions that parents have when they get their first pair of skates for their child, or second pair. And I'm gonna address all those questions in this video. One of the first questions is, of course, when is the right time to get the first pair of skates for your child? And the answer is that about the age of 6, most children can, with the help of a parent to maybe like walk with them for a little bit and help them, they can learn to skate. Some children of the age of 4 or 5 can also already learn to skate, but then they have to be really motivated or have a parent that will want to help them for a long period. And I have 3 tips to avoid having to help them as much as otherwise needed, and let them kind of like figure it out and play with it in a nice way for themselves. And those 3 tips are: the first tip is to let them try skating with only 1 skate on and 1 shoe on. So this way they can kind of like balance themselves with their foot that has a shoe on. They can push themselves off on 1 foot and just play around in a safe way without falling really hard. The second tip I have is to let them skate around at first at a playground where you have the slide. Usually there's some rubber mat underneath. That rubber mat makes that the skates really slow, so that they don't slip off and fall. And also it makes sure that if they fall on something soft. The third way is to sabotage the skates a little bit. And this can be done by putting in really old bearings in the wheels. If you don't have old bearings laying around, you can also just put the bearings in some water and it will rust. Then of course the bearings will also roll really shitty after that. And another way to make the bearings roll really slow is to take out the bearing spacer. This is a little cylindrical thing that sits right between the 2 bearings in the skate. And if you take this out and then tighten the axle afterwards, the bearings will get squashed and they will not roll so good anymore. So if you happen to have bought any skates for your child and they have a lot of trouble with learning it, then try one of those 3 tips to help them out. Now I'm gonna explain a few topics in this video, and those topics are what types of skates are on the market, how adjustment works, whether you should get adjustable skates or non-adjustable skates, whether you should get like a size bigger or the same size, and the last topic is how does the fit of a skate work. Just like within bicycling, you have like a regular bike, but there's also like BMX bikes, race bikes, mountain bikes. So there's all sorts of like specialized type equipment. Same goes for inline skating. There's like speed inline skates, there's hockey inline skate, there's aggressive inline skates, there's slalom skates. So there's all sorts of different types of skates. And I think when your child is just starting, they want to have like kind of like an all-round type of skates, which you can do anything with. So my advice would be to get like a generic type skate, and also most basic children inline skates are also already that type of generic skate. We also sell aggressive inline skates here at Thisissoul, and aggressive inline skates are especially made for grinding. Grinding is when you go in the skate park and slide over the rails or the curbs in the skate park. And maybe even when your child wants to skate in the skate park, they don't necessarily need aggressive inline skates for that, because aggressive inline skates are really heavy and they have like extra parts to enable the grinding. So until the point that they really want to learn to grind, that's the point when you should get aggressive inline skates for them. And if they're kind of like still clueless, or they just want to like maybe jump around or skate around, then basically all like regular type inline skates that we have on thisissoul.com are just fine for that. Almost all children's skates are size adjustable. That's a good thing, of course, because children grow. And let me show you how that works. Usually there's a button that you can press, and it's either here or more in the back. And if you press that button and hold it, and then you can like stretch out the front. It really helps if you untie the Velcro strap and untie the laces for that. It also works better if the skate's not on their feet, but if you do it while they're not wearing it. Not all children's skates are adjustable though. For example, this FR Junior skate is a solid hard boot, and it says kind of like adjustable in the description, and it is a junior skate. So how they solve this is there are different insoles in the liner and that you can take out, and the different insoles ensure the size adjustability. Having a solid hard boot skate like that might be actually the best option. So if you have like a turbo kid who's really into inline skating and you want to have the best equipment for them that's on the market, then definitely get a skate like that, because a solid hard boot is super strong and stable, and it gives a lot of control. That's in the end what you want. Most children's skates are really flimsy, and especially the cheap ones. So let me tell you a little bit about price range, because there's a big difference between the cheapest of the cheapest and the most expensive of the expensive skates. First off, the cheapest of the cheap skates we don't even have here at Thisissoul, because we want to sell products that makes us happy by seeing kids on those skates. And every time I see a child skating on skates that are super cheap, I get kind of sad. The sad thing about those is that you can tell that the frame on their foot is not standing straight. They're standing in an angle. The more money you spend, the more stable and strong a skate is, and then you see that the frame is straight and that the wheels will actually do what the child wanted to do. And that's the goal, of course, of the sport, is to control those wheels. So you should have a skate that enables that. In the end of the day, it's all about having control. The cheapest products on the market are like soft boot type children's skates. And the cheaper soft boots that we have are still kind of flimsy, not as flimsy as the cheapest ones that we don't even have. But you can still tell a difference between like a 60 euro skate that we sell and a 100 euro skate that we sell. Both soft boots, but the 100 euros type soft boots, they are a lot stronger and stable. Then you have the hard boot type children's skates. Those of course are a lot better. You have adjustable type hard boot skates. They offer more stability than the soft boot ones. And then you have like the one-piece solid non-adjustable hard boot skates. Those are by far the best. These will start at about like 150 or 160 euros. As a teacher, I really see the difference between kids in my classes with good skates and with really bad skates. And if you have like a group of 10 kids, then it always is the case that the top 3 children of that group always have like skates that are like at least like about like 90 euros or more expensive. And the 3 kids that are like the slowest of the group and like learn really slowly as well. Like if you do like a certain exercise, they catch on the slowest. They don't really get it. they also always have the cheapest cheap skates, which just don't offer any control. So that was it about quality and price range. Now let's talk about fit. Weirdly enough, when children come to our store here in Amsterdam and try on a bunch of different skates, how a skate fit never is an issue for them. If you compare that to adults, they have like really specific foot and they might have like a certain lump somewhere that hurts, or like there's all these things to take into consideration. With children, like they just slip in and it usually fits okay for them. So I'm never too worried about like specific fit. That doesn't mean it's not a factor, and as a parent you can really help them with this. One of the things that you can help them with is that the tongue of the skate, that's this part, should be tucked underneath the rest of the skate, like that. And it shouldn't be skated like this. The next thing is that the buckle should be closed really tightly, and also the laces should be laced up tightly as well. The Velcro strap, boom, should also be very tight. Children are really bad at tying their laces, so this is where I would advise you to either like replace the laces with the rubber band, or maybe like pre-knot the laces for them at a certain tightness that they can still kind of slip in, but then that it's just tight enough that it offers the control that you want. And then just you can, after you tighten that knot, you can just like cut it off and throw out the rest, so that the skate offers the most support at the top, because usually these soft boots are just kind of like weak at the top and you want it to be really tight. Another good way to adjust the tightness of the skate is to put in an extra insole, because at the end of the day, control doesn't come from the length of the foot, but it comes from the pressure at the top. So that was everything about how a skate should fit and how you can help them with that. Of course, now you want to know what size you should get for your child, because in my experience, skates are often bought too big. And this is really funny, but the actual shoe size that your child has is probably, from my experience here in the store, is probably like one or even maybe even two sizes smaller than the size that you think your child has. So, for example, if a parent comes to the store here and they say, my child has size 33, then I'm gonna get like a size 31 or 32 skate for them. That's it might start at 32 and then it's adjustable to like 35. Then I'm gonna put that 32 at the smallest size, and then voila, that's the size that actually fits. And please avoid having an adjustable skate that is too big, even in the smallest size. If you get a non-adjustable skate, then it's more okay to get a size that's a lot bigger, because the non-adjustable skates usually have some padding to make up for that. It's really weird why the adjustable skates don't have that. But if you, for example, take this Roaches M12, it has really nice thick padding here in the liner, and that makes that it's kind of like okay to get it a few sizes too big, because it will just shape around the foot. That's everything there is to know about children's adjustable or non-adjustable inline skates. And now I'm gonna run through the models that we currently have at the store and just briefly tell you a little bit about the advantages or the disadvantages, kind of like the price range of them, so that you're a little bit better prepared if you want to buy one or the other, that you kind of like know what you're buying. Let's start with the Rollerblade brand. They have two models, and of course every model comes in different colors, right? So this is just one of the colors. This is the Rollerblade Macro Blade, and this is the Rollerblade Thunder. The Thunder is about like an 80 to 90 euro skate, and the Macro Blade is like a 100 euro skate. It's not that big of a price difference, but the quality difference is there because the macro blade is a lot more stable and it offers a lot more control. Also, the fit, the way the foot fits in the macro blade feels better to me. Like it has more pressure from the top, and the Thunder, I think it's a little bit higher. So even if you tie the laces really hard, it's hard to create like pressure at the top of the foot to lock it in, and it's easier for the child to kind of like to flex the foot in the skate, and this is something you don't want. Then there's the Roaches children's skates. We at this moment only have the Roaches Orlando, but Roaches also has a lot of other different children's inline skates. We don't sell those because we think they're kind of like they're overpriced for the quality that they offer, and they're actually like really flimsy, so the frame goes really easy like that. And yeah, that's not something we want. This is the Roaches Orlando, which does enable children to stand straight on the skate, so that's good. It's also nice that it has a really easy closing system, maybe like even the best clothing system for children on the market, because it's really hard for children, like we mentioned, to tie their laces or to close the buckle really tight, and for this one, it is easy. The downside to this skate is that it doesn't have a cuff, so the top part cannot flex forward, and that's a little bit weird, but the rest of the skate is really good. Next up is the Powerslide inline skates. Powerslide has a lot of children's skates and a lot of different types. Here is like a typical 60-70 euro cheaper range skate. It's from the Playlife sub-brand of Powerslide, and it's kind of weak, so it's kind of easy to flex the frame, but decent enough for us to think like, okay, it's not that bad. Then of course there's the hard boot skates. This one is a bit more expensive and also more stable. It has a nice 45-degree strap so that the kid can like crank in his foot to make it really tight. These are more like the 100 euro price range Powerslide skates. There's two versions, two models. You can see at the bottom of the skates, these are entirely the same, but the difference is the top part. So this is like a soft boot and this is a hard boot. Of course, the hard boot is going to be the better one because it offers more stability. So if you do this little test here, I'm going to hold the nose and then I'm going to pull the top towards me and away from me. You can see that this is a bit more unstable, and if you do the same with this one, you see that it's a little bit more stable. They're called the Stargaze and the Rocket. Cool names. Next up is Seba. Seba has this like hard boot adjustable skate here. It's a nice button, easy to adjust, and it comes with buckles. I think buckles are easier for children, so this is really good. But the same as the Roaches Orlando, which also came with the buckle here, is that this one also doesn't have any forward flex. I don't know how hard it is to make a skate with buckle and forward flex, probably not, but coincidentally the ones with an easy closing system, then there's like something else going on. Still overall a very good skate. Another children's skate from Seba is the E3. This is just a smaller version of the adult skate because it also comes in my size. And the cool thing about the E3 is that it comes with a rubber band here instead of laces. And this is really smart because children cannot tie their laces somehow. In my experience, they just don't. And it's size adjustable by putting in different insoles. It's really, really similar to the FRJ. This is the FRJ, and it also comes with rubber bands and extra insoles. It's almost as if these two come from the same factory. Because the frame is also identical. You can make any small-sized hard boot skate size adjustable by putting in insoles. So This is really smart. A good example of a solid hardwood skate that comes in a small size is the Roaches FCO, and it's now called 1992. It comes in a bunch of different colors, like funky, explosive colors that children might like. And this is a size 38, but it falls a bit small, so it actually feels like a size 37. And because of the nice thick padding, you can use this starting size, I think size 34. It would be already okay to skate in a skate like this. If it would be still a little bit too big, then you can also put it in another insole, of course. Then the last one we're gonna discuss today is the new rollerblade skate. This is the Rollerblade Apex. It's the most expensive size adjustable skate on the market, but it's also by far the best one. It's really, really, really solid, strong, and comfortable. When you hold this skate, you can like just feel the quality. It's really comparable to the Rollerblade Twister. And Rollerblade Twister is one of the most popular freestyle skates on the market right now for adults. And it's kind of like the same quality materials and performance. So those were all the skates that we currently have. Of course, this is always changing. So you can always check out our website for the most up-to-date inventory list, or come to our store here. If you have a child that wants to learn how to skate, we actually have children's group lessons here in Amsterdam and in the surrounding area of Amsterdam as well. So they can attend weekly group lessons to be better skaters. If the child is just starting off, they cannot attend group lessons yet because you need to be able to skate by yourself to join a group lesson. But you can do a private lesson with the teacher and then go through all the basic steps with them. If you have any tips to help a kid to start to skate, any teaching tips or any hardware tips, drop it in the comments so that we can all learn from each other. If you enjoy content like this, consider subscribing to the channel because we make a new video like this every week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. It has a different fit for each type of insole that you put or... So if you have like a turbo skate... You're gonna... Sweet, okay. You're standing in an ankle. Whoa, not as flimsy. A rubber band. Wait, this is not the children's version. Where is it? It's the most expensive... We actually have children gloop. Gloop. No, I don't have any end. Is that okay? Would you have... God damn it, I'm making so many mistakes. How to help a child skate... Oh my God. About how to help you... oh my God. What's going on? Anything to add?